What's going on, you guys? Like to welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another One Take review. Today we got one for Black Clover, episode 109. I apologize I didn't get this thing up yesterday. Not gonna lie, completely, totally forgot. Got my days mixed up. I don't know what was going on. But nonetheless, we got it today. This episode was the Elves continue to attack the Clover Kingdom, yet they continuously show their flaws by underestimating humans. They have done this numerous times before, and they steadily doing it. Like, we had a moment at the House of a Million where an elf showed up undetected. I don't know how he did. He showed up on my boy. I call him Beauty. It's a Mimosa brother. I just call him Beauty, not because I think he's beautiful, but it's just that's pretty much what he calls everything. My boy Mushroom. He pulled up on them. They didn't detect him at all. He basically tells them, "Hey, I could have killed you guys if I wanted to, but either way it go, all you guys are going to die anyway. So just give up now." And then we cut away from that. We don't go back to that, but that's just something leading up for next episode. But the part I have to get to is when we get back to Langris, because that was one of the things. The guy who showed up at House of a Million was named Bavel. I think that's what his name was. He was the elf, and he said like, "Hey, we sending somebody to kill your king now. There's nothing you can do about it." The guy who's going after him is like persistent, and he's gonna get. So it was Langris, one of the strong. I'm assuming one of the strongest elves that they have. He's going in, and we've seen him fight before. We haven't seen him at full strength, but we saw what he did against Asta when he started losing his cool, and like that was a big showcase in itself. And we know how his magic works, his spatial magic works. But now it's to the point now where he doesn't have to. His magic just defends himself automatically. And he can still launch attacks simultaneously. So it's a tough situation for most, but you're going up against two Magic Knight captains. Yami and Jack the Ripper, two of the most offensive-based, caution to the wind guys, alongside Finral, who used his spatial magic to perfection when assisting someone. And it's just the notion just like, hey man, you guys are humans. What are you doing? You think you can handle me? It's they have not realized they seem like they have not realized the situation yet. Like, dude, so many of your elves have been taken down. None of them really have any dubs other than Lich. Lich is the one elf, and he is the top guy who like beat who he was supposed to beat. Meaning Asta, and yet he didn't kill them. So nobody else has completed any mission. You haven't. Well, Patrick also killed Judas, so that's a big one. But he's just completely underestimating the situation. And the stuff before with like him attacking. Let's be honest, people. How many people really wanted him to kill the king, though? I'm not the only. I know, man. I can't be the only person who just like. I hope he kind of get him. You know what I'm saying? The king just annoys the hell out of me. He was getting on Langris and Finral's parents. Because like how your sons are traitors. Like, do you realize how many other people are traitors? Is her name Fine or Fines or Fins? I don't know. I'm gonna say Fine because that just seems more appropriate. Fine was like trying to control Langris, like telling him to stop, and I like what he said though. He just like, you guys murdered all of us, and you asking for like mercy. That's basically what he said. So that situation. And Finral coming through to save her was like dope. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna end up being his girl. Like, there's no possible way if she still marries Langris after that, I would just be at a loss. Also, I doubt they will want the king, even as stupid as he is. He would probably want him to marry Finral and not Langris, unless he say some stuff like, "Oh, you was being controlled." That would anger me. Okay, but nonetheless, we don't. That's side stuff. Back to the story with the attacks, and we start seeing how strong Jack basically gets stronger as he fights. The more he slashes, the stronger his slashes are. And we already seen that he can like slash through basically anything, because he will change his his sights to like accommodate whatever he's slashing through. And we know how Yami get down with the Dark Cloak match, okay? We already know how he get down. So they get put in a situation where they nail Langris. But the finishing blow was done by Finral, which I thought was very, very poetic. And in certain circumstances, I was just like, I thought Asta had to free him. But I had to think back, like, he's not free. He's just knocked out. And that's not surprising at all. That's not surprising because we have not seen. That's what pretty much what they've been doing to all the other elves, just knocking them out. You can still knock somebody out. Strong, I mean, and they still be an elf, but just hey, knock them out. Then Asta gets there, he'll probably free him. It's just Finral. This is how Finral gonna have to use his powers from now on. I think Finral has to become stronger physically. He should do some training with Asta. Because if he uses spatial magic, let's say he throws a punch, uses spatial magic, and lands the punch on the person. Like, that's his best way. Since he can't attack with his spatial magic, that's going to be his best, power. Just for say, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, your physical abilities. So hopefully he does that. I don't know. It may not happen. You know, you guys probably know better than I do because a lot of you guys read the manga. But maybe that hasn't happened in the manga. Who knows? Maybe I'm ahead of both. I'm thinking ahead of both of us. Patrick shows up, and we see him talking to, I think his name, Boyle, the mirror. Oh my God, the mirror guy. Gaucher and his sister. It's crazy enough. Yes, his sister is an elf too. I mean, it's not surprising. It's just like, hey, she's just clinging on to him. I wonder, like, if the elf version, the sister clings on to him, and like the regular version, he clings on to her. But either way it goes, they talk, and Patrick basically said, Patrick and Ray is talking and like, hey, I'm pretty sure that they've taken care of all the humans, and we just have to put this last piece so we can destroy all humans and just be elves. That's one thing to think about. But the fact that they think all the elves, the elves have done their job and took out all the humans, that's where the naiveness comes in. That like they still living 500 years in the past. They do not realize like, no, these people are a lot stronger. Like y'all are losing the war right now. As much as you think you're winning, you are losing this war. Yes, you took out the Wizard King. You took out the biggest of the biggest. But overall, you are still losing. Like, and I need them to like, don't get me, I'm not rooting for the elves, but I need them to realize the situation so they can adjust accordingly, you know? And once they adjust, it's like then, because I'm not fearing for the heroes right now. I'm not fearing for the Clover Kingdom because it's like, don't get me wrong, when Lich comes out now, then it's like the fear comes back. It's like, okay, this guy's the real deal. And Patrick's pretty strong as well. But like for the most part, everybody else has been handled. And maybe, and Yama said it. He said, you guys are sending people out one by one. Like your issue was separate and coming out because they're being double teamed, triple teamed, quadruple teamed, like 1 versus 4. You're not going to win those situations. There's other situations where they did have the numbers game. It's just they just ran up against some very, very powerful people. So I'm hoping. And we all know once they're going to get their last little magic stone and complete it. We just don't know what's going to happen after that. Come on, let's just be honest with you. And apparently it has to once they do that, it get rid of some curse. So I'm guessing like I'm thinking they made a deal with the demon. And so in order to get rid of that part of it, they have to like free themselves completely for the reincarnation spells. Because I think the reincarnation spells is not only just them, it has something to do with the demon. The demon's involved some kind of way, people. I know it is. I know it is within my heart of hearts. I don't know. If I end up being wrong, it is what it is. But like I just got a feeling. But yeah, good episode, solid episode. I just like I said, I hope they realize this the situation that they're in and adjust accordingly so I can feel the threat again because I felt it when Lich first got out, but ever since then it still seemed like the Magic Knights have been like handling everything like without without any casualties. You know what I'm saying? But you guys let me know what you thought about this episode down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you what you guys later.